Welcome back. The title today for the Ein Yaakov in Rabbi Metzia is Avram and the Three Angels. Rabbi Tanchu ben Chanilai said, a person should never deviate from the custom of the place where he is staying. Wherever you stay as a guest, stick to the local custom. For when Moshe went up to heaven, he did not eat any bread. When the ministering angels came down to earth, they did eat bread, each following the custom of the place he was visiting. Moshe followed the custom of the angels when he visited them, and the angels followed the custom of the place when they visited Avram Avinu. The Gemara asks, how can angels eat? But say they made it appear as though they were eating and drinking. Rav Yehuda said in Rav's name, whatever Avram did for the angels by himself, the Holy One, blessed be He, did for Avram's children himself. And whatever Avram did by sending a messenger, the Holy One, blessed be He, did for his children also only through a messenger. In other words, Avram sent a messenger, God also sent a messenger. For example, Avram himself rushed to the cattle. Therefore, God himself caused a wind to start blowing, sweeping quail up from the sea for the people in the desert to eat. Book of Numbers 11:31. Avram himself fetched some cream and milk. Therefore God said, I will make bread, the manna, rain down. The manna will rain down to you from the sky. Just like Avram did with the cream and milk. Exodus 16:4. Avram himself stood over them as they ate under the tree. Genesis 18:8. Therefore God said to Moshe, I myself will stand before you there on the rock at Chorev. Exodus 17:6. Avram himself went with them to send them on their way. Therefore at the Exodus, God went before them by day with a pillar of cloud. Exodus 13:21. By contrast, Avram ordered, let some water be brought. Genesis 18:4. Through a servant. Therefore you, Moshe, the servant of God, must strike the rock. The water will come out of it for the people to drink. Exodus 17:6. They received the water not directly from God, but through messenger, through Moshe. On this point, Rav Yehuda disputes Rabbi Chana ben Chanina, for Rabbi Chama ben Chanina said, and the yeshiva of Rabbi Yishmael supports it, as a reward for three things that Avram did, his descendants merited three things. As a reward for, and he fetched some cream and milk, they received the manna. As a reward for, and he stood over them, they received the pillar of cloud. And as a reward for let some water be brought, they merited the well of Miriam, which accompanied them on the wandering through the wilderness and supplied them with water. So Rabbi Chama ben Rabbi Chanina's view, let some water be brought, was commendable thing, since it was rewarded by the well of Miriam. The fact that Avram used a messenger to bring water to the guest was a positive thing because he was rewarded for it. Let some water be brought and wash your feet. Rabbi Yanai ben Ishmael said, the three wayfarers, the angels, said to Avram, are you accusing us of being Arabs who bow down to the dust of their feet, that you tell us to wash our feet? You yourself have a son Ishmael who is doing so. Ishmael was worshipping idols. So God appeared to Avram in the plains of Mamre while he was sitting in the entrance of the tent in the hottest part of the day. Genesis 18:1. The Gemara asks, what is meant by the hottest part of the day? Rabbi Chama ben Rabbi Chanina said it was the third day after Avram's circumcision. And the Holy One, blessed be He, came to inquire after Avram's health. God took the sun out of its pouch to make it an extremely hot day, so that Avram should not be troubled by passing wayfarers. When Avram saw that no guests were coming, he sent Eliezer outside to see if there were any travelers on the road. But he did not find anyone. Said Avram, I don't believe you. He said to Eliezer, I don't believe that there's no guest. This proves that the saying they have in Eretz Yisrael, you can't believe a slave. So Avram himself went out and saw the Holy One, blessed be He, standing at the door. He saw the divine presence. Thus it says, Avram said, if you would, do not go without stopping by me. Genesis 18, verse 3. For when God saw Avram tying and opening the bandage of his circumcision, He said, it is not proper to stand here. So Avram said to him, hang on. That is why it says, Avram lifted his eyes and he saw three strangers standing a short distance from him. When he saw them, he ran to greet them. They were standing there because at first, when they saw that he was in pain, they said to themselves, it is not proper to stop by here now. And they began to move away. That is why it says first, they were standing there, and then he ran to greet them. The Gemara asks, why were these three men, the angels Michael? Who were these three men? Question mark. The angels Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael. Michael came to announce the news that Isaac would be born a year later. Gabriel to overturn Sodom, and Raphael to heal Avram. So the Gemara asks, but doesn't it say the two angels came to Sodom in the evening? There were two angels that went to Sodom. We just learned now there was only Gabriel, not just one. The Gemara answers, Michael went along with Gabriel to rescue Lot. This is also borne out by a precise reading of the text, for it says he overturned the cities, and not they overturned. It says in a singular that only Gabriel is the one that overturned the city of Sodom, which proves that Michael just came along to rescue Lot. The Gemara asks, why does it say with reference to Avram? The angel said, do as you say. The angels immediately accepted his invitation. Whereas with regard to Lot, it says, 87a, Lot has to urge them to come in. Lot urged them very much. It took Lot a while to convince them to come. So Abelazar said, explaining why Avram convinced the guest right away to come and Lot had to try hard. This teaches that you may decline a request of a person of lesser stature, but not the request of an important person. Avram said to the angels, I will get a morsel of bread. But it also says Avram ran to the cattle. Said Rabbi Lozo, we see from here that tzaddikim say a little. He said, I'm going to give you bread, but do a lot. Whereas the wicked promise a great deal and don't even do a little. How do we know this? How do we know this about the wicked? From Ephron. At first it says, Ephron said, 400 silver shekels worth of land. Ordinary shekels. That is all I'm going to charge. But in the end, Avram understood that Ephron meant he weighed out for Ephron 400 shekels in negotiable currency. Evidence that he refused to accept anything but kantari, the most expensive currency available. So he said a lot and delivered very little. Money that is accepted universally For there are places where they call shekels kantari. So Avram spoke a little, said, come and I'll give you bread. I'll give you bread, but delivered a lot. Gave them the best delicacies, which is 3 calves. Why 3 calves? So 3 tongues of mustard. Delicacy, I guess it was a delicacy of the day. So he promised a little, and he delivered a lot.